See, one primary reason why smaller cities in the US are growing fast and attracting a lot of IT talent from across the country, which is primarily due to internal movements within the United States, is a demographic reason. The IT industry, which has been driven by millennials, people who were born from early 80s onward, they are called millennials. Many of them are turning 30 every year. US Census statistics suggest that 4 million millennials are turning 30 every year, and that trend will continue for the next few years. So, a considerable number of people who are turning 30, apparently, according to commentators and industry insiders, want to seek a better life work balance, as it is called. So, they see these smaller cities as a better option where they could go start a family, buy a big house, buy a car, etc., etc. In their early professional life, when they were their teens and their 20s, they did not care much about owning cars or buying house. In fact, there is an assessment that the millennials actually do not want to own a car or a house. So that is one reason why you see a lot of activity in smaller US cities, such as Charleston in South Carolina, Raleigh in North Carolina, Manchester in New Hampshire. And a second reason why the smaller cities are thriving and attracting a lot of talent, including IT talent from India, is the reason why the smaller cities themselves are trying to rebrand themselves after collapsing or reaching a stage of near collapse. Why? Because these cities, which are sustained by an earlier traditional economy, in some cases it could be cotton manufacture, in some cases it could be automobile manufacture. So those cities which collapsed because of globalization and trade, they have to reinvent themselves in some fashion. So many of them have reinvented, but attracting this talent, investors and companies, offering them tax incentives and a lot of other facilities to relocate. So therefore, these cities are actually branding themselves to be the best investment destinations for all kinds of sectors. And they have indeed succeeded in attracting a lot of big companies and manufacturing facilities because of the cheaper and more attractive options that they could afford to offer these companies. And that is the second reason why you can find more action and growth in smaller cities in the US, and consequently a lot of Indian talent, particularly IT professionals, reaching these cities.